Oh, here it is.
I got it. Yeah.
Yep.
Take that. Defeat who?
Indie Maniac?
Kudrak Dread Touch? Oh, we got 45 seconds to kill him. Nice. For the mastery. Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks, guys. Oh, never mind. I forgot. Got an OP sorcerer with me. Ha ah! Oh! Damn it, that's what I get for talking shit.
Oh no.
All those bubbles. They blew up on me. That was, I'm not even gonna lie, that was... What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Thanks for coming back to Dank's Gaming and Video channel. Here, we're gonna be going over our Barbarian and their Double Swing build, going forward with the Dust Devils now that we are in the Paragon, level 50 plus, World Tier 3. So let's go over the benefits and how much damage and havoc you can actually cause. Alright, so first off, what we're going to go through is the lineup of attacks. And now these are the two main attacks you'll use on your mouse, which is your left and your right mouse button. On the left, we are having Lunging Strike, and as you can see, we are using our two-handed mace, in this case the penitent hammer of the expectant. So with this build, it is very bludgeoning damage heavy, as it gives a lot of bonus damage and bonus stuns, and then bonus damage on the stuns while using bludgeoning weapons, whether it be two-handed or one-handed. Then we're going to go with Double Swing, which this entire build is focused around. And as we can see, we have our two one-handed maces to again benefit from the extra bonuses from the stuns and the increased damage to the stuns, and then increasing distance of what can be stunned, and it's just a lot of bonuses on to that, because then you start generating Dust Devils again. We'll go over this later. Then to go in our number one slot, we have Rallying Cry, which is an awesome defensive shout, and it increases movement speed by 30% and resource generation by 58%, and then with all kinds of different imprints and different upgrades of gear, you can really stack on those benefits. Then we have the War Cry, which grants the berserking, fortify, 15% life is fortify. Really great, effective brawling shout. So this one also has procs where it releases a number of Dust Devils, and this one, when you eliminate a certain amount of enemies, the next time you use it, the cry releases souls, which run around and just do complete instant devastation. Then we have, for our next one, Leap, which is a really great ranged attack, really, because you can leap from a very far distance away. Now in this one I have the War Crush of the Moonrise, which was just to get some polearm experience up, but in reality I should be using the two-handed mace to again get those bonus procs and bonus damages to the stuns. Then finally, Call of the Ancients, which is the ultimate, and it is fantastic. It summons from your past 3 ancients to aid you in battle. Korlik leaps at the enemies, dealing 4,350 damage, and swings in a frenzy, dealing more per hit. Talek spins in a whirlwind, and Madok upheaves the ground, dealing 8,157 damage, and then you can see all the extra modifiers we have there. So these, with this build, this is the best way to go forward. Now I do believe once we get to 55 plus there will be a bit of a respec, but we'll cover that down the road. So these again are the main ones you're going to have. So from the start you got Rallying Cry, War Cry, Leap, Call of the Ancients in your 1, 2, 3, 4, then left mouse lunging, and the right mouse, what this whole thing is built around, the Double Swing. Alright, so now we are into the skill tree. So right off the top, just get a basic into Lunging Strike. We'll get more levels into that with gear and things like that later. This again is just the build to get you through to the Paragons, to get into those big end game builds. Then of course stack up on the Double Swing, then we enhance it, then we'd get the Violent, moving on to the Rallying Cry, enhanced Rallying Cry, tactical rallying cry. So this then gives you 20 fury, additional 20% resource generation, and this grants you the unstoppable while active. Then you can see here we put it into outburst, which gives us some thorns for each maximum life we have. And then we also put into tough as nails, so that increases the thorns then by 3%, and then they take an additional 10% of your thorns as bleeding damage over 5 seconds. So then that's important because certain damage bonuses happen just because of a bleed effect. So applying a small bleed effect can go a long way. Then onto the war cry, enhanced war cry, which then grants the 4 seconds of the berserking. And then into the mighty war cry, which is the 15% maximum life as fortify. Then here, the leap, to enhanced leap, and power leap. So again, you go here, we have, if it doesn't damage the enemies, cooldown reduced by 4 seconds. So that's helpful. If you miss, you get a bit of a bonus. And then this one is, if you damage at least one enemy, gain 40 fury. So this is a very heavy fury based build, and with certain other upgrades and with gear, you generate fury essentially standing still, so that's also a bonus. Then we can hear aggressive resistance, 12% damage reduction while berserking, battle fervor, 3 ranks, brawling skill damages at least one enemy, gain berserking for 3 seconds, prolific fury. Then we come down here and we see pit fighter and thick skin, and then also counter offensive. Alright, and moving on, we have the Call of the Ancients, which is the ultimate ability. Again, it's got a bit of a long cooldown, but the 3 Ancients to aid you in the battle, they come in, they do massive damage. It's really helpful, especially now in World Tier 3, where things just get that much more difficult. The 3 of them, Korlik, Talik, and Madok, so weird to say a WC, upheaves the ground, dealing 8,157 damage. That's the last one. Talik does the spin and the whirlwind, and Korlik does the leaping damage, and then frenzy strikes. It is a huge help, and especially in this double swing build, you can get a lot of damage done and clear a lot of enemies out really quickly. Then we have Wallop, which this is where your skills using bludgeoning weapons deal 15% increased damage if the enemy is stunned or vulnerable. Huge. Then you have Concussion, which skills using bludgeoning have up to a 30% chance to stun for 3 seconds, or up to 45% when using two-handed. So there, you're having more chance to stun, which then leads to help out with Wallop. And then finally, down here, Unconstrained, increase Berserking's maximum duration by 5 seconds and increase its damage bonus to 100%. So again, here you can only select one key passive. This one here with the Berserking and the duration, it really adds and only strengthens this build. Now, with the Paragon, going for a big strength push here. So in the start, we got +5 strength, +5 strength, +5 strength, +5 strength. So that's +20. 5% physical damage, and then another 20% physical damage, 4% life. Bonus, because we meet the strength, we have 670 out of 200. 10% further physical damage if requirements met. So again, I'm going very strength heavy, and then we're going to continue on a path that's only going to lend to this build. And once we get to a certain point, we're then going to switch over to the Dust Devil Double Swing to continue on with this melee, bashing, bludgeoning damage, stun, crazy build. So that's about all we got for now, and we're going to keep pushing on forward, try to hit that World Tier 4 as quick as we can. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and stick around and find out the next time we go live by turning on those notifications. And it's usually Mondays, Thursdays around 9 o'clock Eastern time. So thanks again for stopping by, and have a good one.